transmissions detected.
Kill them all.
Hello, my friends. Looking back on what we have in ruins, we see a different world, right? One that's gone, whose people have exited the main stage. And after them, we turned into cavemen again, running around with pistols and doing weird stuff, right? Now, to pull this all off, to make everything just kind of go haywire, you got to just take the majority's attention away and use their predictable human nature against them. And I guess that's what they did. Somebody in power saw that they had the resources and, well, you never let a good crisis go to waste, right? And they had money to enact whatever they wanted and nobody stopped them. And it wasn't their first rodeo, I've realized that. They were pros a long time ago. Just look at these buildings. By trial and error, I feel like they've learned over many different events, many centuries, what to do and not to do to us. What causes us to have a revolution, what makes us unite, what separates us. This trial and error has allowed them to fail over and over again and to succeed. But when the system that they developed is put in place, that gives them the opportunity to redo the event if something happens and just do it in a different way. It's like their Groundhog Day, so to speak. Time to perfection. And they only have time to waste, right? But why are most things today built to their pagan sun gods or fallen angels and men of renown? I noticed if a god comes up anywhere, no matter who it is, it's always the bad guys. And then we're told, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory. Nobody ever worships Satan, right? While they worship Satan. Nobody says a word about this religion being thrown everywhere. I mean, look at them. They're just dressed all up in their Grammy awards, right? They have balls and just huge balls. They have parties and I mean, in our faces, right? And nobody cares. Imagine if the angels really open the books, if they really, look down and see the things we're doing and what we built. I mean, the inheritors of earth, I bet they'd be just horrified by what some of us have become. Because it's just like the days from before. We've been totally corrupted, or they have. We have Apollo, Zeus, Athena, lizard dudes, Vulcan, Medusa, Tammuz, and Baphomet himself. You name a false god and we got you here. We have a graven image of it or we have a huge sculpture of it, right? You notice they're leaving and going underground, building all their bunkers. When they run to these secret places to hide, I'm going to remember. And if God doesn't show up and it's something bad, it'll be all right because I'm going to take them to the place where they can just back their ships up to these doors and say, everyone inside there, you can have them, all the supplies and everything. The people with the United Nations who built the beast from Revelation, take them people too, yeah. People flying the flat earth map in everybody's face. I'm bringing them to you guys if I survive, and I'm going to make a deal with them, just so you know. But today I want to document something weird. Now, it's old, it's not anything new, it's been there for a while, but the Denver airport, because I want to prove a point to you. It is one single example of a place that's built by the clowns of our time. And I'll tell you this. First, they have a nice blue graven image of a horse on the front lawn. This is beautiful to them. It accidentally killed the sculptor of it when a piece of its leg broke off and it hit him in the leg and it sliced his carotid artery and killed him right there on the spot. It cost about $650,000 and it's horrible. Big, huge vein going down it, and the people were all complaining when they first did it. They're like, his junk is hanging out, for all our kids to see. And what does a blue horse represent at an airport anyway, right? Is that a racetrack inside this place or a casino? Is he like the fifth horseman of the apocalypse, the psycho blue Kool-Aid horse of climate change? I mean, who is he? But everybody's got to get a trophy or a plastic medal. That's why they did it. I think people are supposed to shut up. The person that made this, it's been a long time. Like I said, I know that, but why not tell them when they did it? It's kind of demony, a little bit. Like, it looks really strange. What happened to painting it brown? Why the red eyes? But I remember when you could tell anyone anything, anytime. And it didn't matter. You didn't upset the whole world. If you said something was ugly, you could just do that. And remember when we used to just tell children, oh, you're doing a great job. Remember that? We would only encourage children to get better, not grown-ass people. We'd be like, no, you're stupid. And that's what happens when you do things like this. People get away with everything. And like now, they make this crap. And I noticed that the people whose job it was to make sure this stuff doesn't go on, they just said they don't do that no more. Inside this place, it's got some cool stuff. Now, this is just normal for every building. I'm just giving you an example. We could just pick any building and go through it, but this one was really good. They have a nice Mason's capstone over the top of a time capsule of some sort. Now, how are you going in the ground and leaving your time capsule up there? Whatever. Now, they got the famous old G for gag me symbol on it. Is that what that is? The floor is made like a bunch of mosaics, and it seems really nice. I'm sure it's not demons or anything. The real profile of the building, it looks like the Egyptian wings or a vector. Real quick, Bohemian Grove, I found this. Have you noticed this owl, or whatever it is that they worship here? It's a melted statue, isn't it? I mean, I could be wrong, but it totally looks like a melted statue. And, kind of looks like the Destroyer robot, too. Oh, my God. Yep, it does, doesn't it? That's what I thought, right? Now, their choice in New World Order art was a fabulous idea on the inside. It brings out the Satan and the Kool-Aid horse outside. The blue horse of chaos, whatever. I don't know. Please don't go off about the Broncos mascot to me. It's still ugly and inappropriate and other shady things, whatever, But the reason why I showed you what they built is to show you what they destroyed on purpose. See, modern architects hate beautiful buildings. They hate beautiful things. We live in square, non-eventful things. I mean, everything they make is horrible. But look at the inside of these homes in San Francisco 200 years ago that were burned down. All the great fires all over the world burned and lost this generation we see. Crazy. Never type in, show me all the fires and earthquakes that destroyed everything on Earth in the 1800s. Yeah, you'll be counting that for a long time. It is crazy. Seeing what turned to ashes, all the libraries, the things we can't be replaced. But I showed you these big buildings here and these beautiful things on the inside. This is how we used to be. They got rid of the patent office, y'all, twice in America, by the way. They did it in 1836, just around the time the Smithsonian joined up with the big show, and they did it again right before the World Expo took place in 1889 to clear the books of the patents. I think they did it before somebody important who was coming to look at everything happened to be like, let me see the patents during the fair. Oh my goodness. So I was just thinking, with all this said and done, right? My issue was, don't leave us here with your false gods everywhere, your graven images, the buildings you guys made. It doesn't represent us as a whole, just the ones hiding underground. You guys are going underground. You need to answer for what you did. The Greek, Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Canaanite trash you put everywhere. Y'all worshipped all this weird stuff and made temples and graven images of everything. That's where it all comes from. These demons, sorcerers, witches, owls, gorgons, like Medusa, the reptilians and all them. All the men of old, the men of renown, and all the various characters, they're all here. You guys left them all up here. Y'all are going to leave from up here. Because all those little underground cities and stuff, I didn't see any graven images down there. Y'all, what are y'all going to do? Try to lie and be like, we did it? I'm bringing them to you guys. The same guys, just like from Egypt, Ra, Osiris, the same symbolism. Look, all of them are the same family. These people have kept their ancestors' legacies, and they have honored their fathers and their grandfathers through every generation until all 70 of them are up. It's the exact same actors. It's the same show. It's never changed. One thing I can say about them is they sure are faithfully persistent to the end, are they not? And we see them all going underground. They're all leaving. The truckers are showing all the bases they deliver to, I guess we can safely assume that they believe they're going to be, they're going to be good under there. And they are hiding from something, but... Well, let me read them something. And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, that there was a great earthquake, and the sun was as black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon was like blood. And the stars fell into the earth as a fig tree casts her figs when it's shaken by a mighty wind. And heaven departed away as a scroll when it's rolled, and every mountain and isle were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, the mighty men, every bondman, every free man, hid themselves in dens and caves among the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the presence of him that sits on the throne and the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath is coming. Who can stand? Yeah, you may not want to get caught standing so close to these guys because they're lying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're up to, but it's not a cookout that they're going to. You see them always flashing this pyramid right here? Some say it's the chakra. Like the other sun, our DNA is going to be altered and reanimated to do something it was originally purposed to do, to be forever. I don't believe that. I think that when we were told, just be faithful to the end and I got you, they cannot give you that. Well, I believe that more than I do them. You know, then there's this galactic federation right here, this symbol. And I don't know what it is, but it's so crazy. I don't know. But why do they flash that symbol all the time? The pyramid, the whole thing. So it's either, you know, everybody's going to be reanimated. But now here's the thing. If you guys really think that we're going to be reanimated, what the hell are they going down there away from the sun for? Get out of here. I believe that they really think this galactic federation is real and they don't realize they're fallen angels. It's so crazy, it just might be the truth. I have no idea, but there's just some really weird things that these people are doing right now. And, you know, they're in a lot of trouble. We may be as well. I can't judge anyone, but they're probably going to have it much worse if they truly feel like they need to hide in the ground. How scared would you need to be? Can you imagine? Like, how much faith do you not have? You know, but I guess, look, if you took entire races of people, you wiped them out. If you stole somebody's history from them and lied to them and told them they were all slaves, yeah, you probably need to hide. If you lied about the climate for money and control, yeah, don't show your face. But especially, never show up if Enoch, you know, comes around and he asks who thought it was funny to paint him as a white man. I'm just saying. Stuff like that they're going to pay for, y'all. And I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're doing it. I'm not even going to speculate because I think anyone that starts saying what they're doing and all, you don't know nothing, okay? We have no idea what they're doing. But they're doing something, right? And it's, like I said, it's not a cookout. They're not, you know, all their friends ain't invited. It's just certain people. And when they say, oh, it's the people who are important, let me tell you something. Ain't none of those people important. Remember, they made these relics out here, these false gods, all the crap that's out here, they did it. All the poison, they made. You can't leave. We'll pour that shit down the vent tubes you guys are in. I swear to God, I'll go to every single place and get the nastiest things I could find and pour them right down y'all's. I will dump every single solitary nuclear waste right on top of your buildings that you're living under the ground before I die. Are you kidding me? You know? I mean, you can't just leave us up here and go, yeah, you guys are all on your own. No, absolutely not. You better clean this crap up before you leave. You know, this is our world, not y'all's, and you're just not going to just do what you do and then leave, because now guess what? If they do that, future generations never let them back. Don't let them back. No, don't you let them back, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, we just have to have faith and hope, hey, God's going to come take care of all this, because you couldn't be no more on track with exactly what we're told is going to happen. And that's all I really wanted to say for now. I know I jumped around, but it is what it is. That's why it's the crazy world, right? That's all I got to say about it. I love you all. I'm Wild Dog, and I am out of here.
Little child, you must show the way to a better day for all the young. 'Cause you were born for the world to see that we all can live with love and peace. No more presidents and all the wars we'll end. One united world under God. When the children cry, let them know we tried. 'Cause when the children sing, then the new world begins.
Sorry.
What have we become? Just look what we have done.